Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another high-quality foodie feature for you here on the channel, where this time I'm over at Taco Bell on a cold, wet, rainy day here in Southern Cali to check out what looks to be a heated little upgrade for a fan-favorite menu item. So here it is, guys. Feast your eyes on the Chipotle Cheddar Chalupa on what initially looks like a very familiar item here on the Taco Bell menu, but it's got something just a little extra with it. Alright, so starting off with the outside, what we've got here is a soft, flaky, flatbread-like chalupa shell filled up with the good stuff. And as we take a look on the inside, you're going to find a pretty decent portion all throughout of seasoned beef, lettuce, chipotle sauce, tomatoes, and shredded cheddar cheese. And again, it looks like all the familiar tropes over here at Taco Bell, but with the addition of that chipotle sauce adding just a little bit of heat, I think this is going to be pretty decent. I mean, at the very least, it's going to taste like Taco Bell, so how bad could that be? Alright, so let's not waste any more time on this one. This is the Chipotle Cheddar Chalupa here at Taco Bell. Let's peep out this flavor. Yes, sir, some much needed rain is completely pounding my car here right now, guys. So this is definitely adding to the overall experience because this chalupa is nice and warm in my hand. So let me show you again really quickly before I bite into this one. Nice and toasty, nice and flaky on the outside. It's definitely soft, very familiar, of course. And naturally, with all the good stuff right there in the middle, as you can see, a very solid amount of that chipotle sauce can be seen in the very bottom of this one, guys. Let's not waste any more time. I think this is going to be kind of familiar. It's the all-new, quote-unquote, Chipotle Cheddar Chalupa here at Taco Bell. Let's do it. Familiar. Tasty, though. All right, right off the break, aside from the familiar flavors, this has definitely got a very nice amount of sizzle, guys. I mean, it's definitely pretty nice. You can feel it pretty nicely. And it goes pretty amazing with all the goodness that you're seeing on the inside of here. All the familiar flavors of Taco Bell, the seasoned beef, you already know what to expect from this one. And of course, that dovetails right into the light crunch that I'm getting from the lettuce and the tomatoes that are on this as well. But the cheddar cheese, believe it or not, it's a little non-existent in flavor because of that chipotle sauce, but still pretty tasty. Yeah, absolutely familiar flavor, and I can kind of see why they don't have sour cream mixed in with this because they really want you to taste the chipotle sauce. Although I do have to admit, adding a little bit of that sour cream kind of tang and that little bite that you get from that would go pretty nicely with the heat that I'm guessing from here. But they want the experience to be the chipotle. I get it, it's in the title. But at the same time, I think a little sour cream would have been pretty nice on this. All right, so let's go a little deeper into this one. Hang on. Well, the chalupa is popular for a reason, guys, because that light butteriness that I'm getting and the overall feeling of the chalupa shell itself is adding so much to the overall flavors of Taco Bell in general, along with that chipotle sauce. And as you can see here with the further cross-section shot, a very solid amount of that seasoned beef as always, and plenty of all the other good stuff there. But I gotta say again, a little sour cream would have been pretty awesome on this, but at the same time, still enjoying it. But on the real, there's a little bit of a missed opportunity with this one, I'm thinking, because guys, honestly, when I first saw this was coming out, I figured, is this the toasted cheddar chalupa, but with chipotle sauce? That would have been a lovely situation having the cheese on the outside. So this is really just the standard stuff, but with the chipotle sauce thrown in to make it quote-unquote new. But at the same time, I think the toasted cheddar chalupa would have been a much better pairing with this on top of that. Maybe a little bit of the sour cream. At $3.59 or so of what I paid for this one, I was kind of expecting just a little bit more from it, but at the same time, again, familiar Taco Bell flavor with that chipotle sauce. Still pretty tasty. All right, so let me go for one more bite on this one, because if you've seen one chalupa, you've seen them all. They're pretty much the same with the exception of maybe a sauce or something a little bit different. In this case, it's just the chipotle sauce added to it. But again, familiar, familiar, familiar. You're pretty much hearing that theme all throughout the review because it is. It's still Taco Bell, it's still tasty. One more bite and we'll wrap this review up. Hang on. Well, the main highlights for this one are easily going to be that chalupa shell, which easily kicks the flavor off, guys, and that unique texture that it's got is really adding to the overall experience. Combining that with the seasoned beef and that chipotle sauce action, what you're going to get is the garnishment on top there with the lettuce, the tomatoes, and a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese, although it's not very pronounced in the flavor. I'm very surprised that that's in the name of this one. Maybe a cheese sauce would have been better, but again, sour cream, of course. This needs just a little bit more to really stand out, but as it stands, it's a very solid entry for the Taco Bell menu, and especially for a promo item right now. If you love chalupas, this is guaranteed to satisfy you either way.
Order ahead and pick yours up at our contactless drive-thru.
Taco Bell, the 6 or 7 main flavors you have on your menu recycled in so many different ways. With this one in particular, this is pretty much something I could have customized to make, but hey, it is technically something new as we round out the year. It's still pretty solid though, it's tasty. So with that said, I'm gonna have to give the Chipotle Cheddar Chalupa here at Taco Bell just an okay 7 out of 10. Again, there's really nothing else to really say about this one, guys. It's the exact same chalupa that you know and love, although I do wish it had a little bit of that toasted cheddar on the outside. I think that would have made a huge difference just visually and overall flavor, because like I said, that shredded cheddar cheese does not stand out at all. It's a Chipotle show, a seasoned beef show, and of course the chalupa shell show on top of it. The main 3 highlights, still pretty tasty, even better on a rainy day right now. Let me just tell you. All right, so a couple of quick questions for you. First and foremost, is the chalupa your main favorite item here on the Taco Bell menu? And if it isn't, what is and why? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. I love you, Taco Bell, I really do, but do me a favor, as tasty as this is because it's the familiar flavors that I'm used to on your menu here, don't wait too long to bring back that toasted cheddar chalupa again. That was definitely a banging situation. Alright everyone, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews, but just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's gonna recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.